Hello students, welcome to the third chapter, Effects of British Rule, Part 1, Standard 8, Subject History. In this chapter, we are going to study the effects of British rule over India. Let us first study the establishment of East India Company. We have seen that due to geographical discoveries, the European powers reached the Indian coast. All the European, including Portuguese, Dutch, French, and British, entered the race for capturing the Indian market. When the British came to India for trade purpose, the Portuguese had already settled there and they gave a bitter resistance. Later, friendly relations developed between them. But to establish the domination over India, the British had to face opposition from French, Dutch, and local rulers. British and Marathas. Mumbai was the main center of British in western India. They were trying to acquire the nearby territories, but the Marathas had strong hold over it. After the death of Peshwa Madhavrao, his uncle Raghunath Rao approached for help from the British due to his greed for Peshwaship. These led to the entrance of the British in the Maratha politics. During 1774 to 1818, three wars were fought between the Marathas and the British. During the First War, the Marathas unitedly faced the British and hence proved superior. In 1782, with the Treaty of Salbai, the First Anglo-Maratha War came to an end. Let us study about the subsidiary alliance. In 1798, Lord Wellesley arrived in India as Governor General. His objective was to establish the British dominion all over India. For this, he signed the subsidiary alliance with many Indian rulers. According to this alliance, the Indian rulers were assured of British military help. Let us see the terms and conditions of subsidiary alliance by Lord Wellesley. The Indian rulers have to maintain British army in their court and have to pay cash or part of their territory to the company for its maintenance. The ruler would not have any alliance with any other power or declare war against any power without the intervention of the British. The ruler would accept a British resident in his state. In 1802, Bajirao II signed the Subsidiary Alliance Treaty with the British. This alliance is well known as the Treaty of Vasai, but this treaty was not acceptable to some Maratha Sardars. This led to the Second Anglo-Maratha War. After the victory of the British, there was increased interference of British into the Maratha state. This became intolerable and Bajirao II waged a war against the British. He was defeated in this battle and in 1818 he surrendered to the British. Chhatrapati Pratap Singh. Although the Peshwaship came to an end, Chhatrapati Pratap Singh of Satara was still ruling. Britishers signed a treaty with Chhatrapati Pratap Singh and appointed Grand Duff as an officer to assist him in the state affairs. Chhatrapati was dethroned and exiled to Kashi. He died there in 1847. Rango Bapuji Gupte, a loyal officer of Chhatrapati, fought the legal battle and went up to England, but his efforts were unsuccessful. Later, Lord Dalhousie rejected the adoption policy and in 1848 annexed the state of Satara. Let us study in detail the effects of British rule in India. First, let us see what was dual government. Robert Clive in 1765 introduced the dual government system in Bengal. The company undertook the work of revenue collection whereas the Nawab of Bengal had to maintain law and order. This was known as dual government system. Second one is parliamentary laws. According to Regulating Act of 1773, the Bengal governor came to be known as the Governor General. According to this act, Lord Warren Hastings became the Governor General of India. He got the right to control the policies of Mumbai and Madras provinces. In 1784, Pitt's India Act was passed. The act provided for appointment of a permanent board of control for better regulation and management of affairs of the East India Company in India. In 1813, 1833 and 1853, new laws were passed by the Parliament to make certain changes in the working of the company. In this way, there evolved an indirect control of the British government on the administration of East India Company. In the next part of this chapter, we shall study about new administrative system in India which developed due to the emergence of British rule.